What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I am back today to give you guys a review of the Air Jordan 3 Retro in this white and midnight navy colorway. So this is a brand new colorway of the Air Jordan 3 that adopts the same color blocking style of the OG Fire Red Air Jordan 3. So this pair released on December 16th for $200 or $260 here in Canada. These were available at most Air Jordan retailers, including the Closet Inc. here in Canada. The Closet Inc. is my go-to shop for Jordan retros and Nike releases, and they're an independently owned and operated sneaker boutique based right here in Southern Ontario in Canada. So if you guys are interested to learn more about the Closet Inc. and check them out, I've linked their website, their social media, all that good stuff down below. And if you are in Canada and you're looking to pick these up, these are still sitting on their website right now. So like I just mentioned, this is a brand new colorway of the Air Jordan 3, and the official colorway for this shoe is white, midnight navy, cement gray, and black. And for an Air Jordan 3 fan like myself, even though there was zero hype surrounding this sneaker, this is just one of those super clean, very versatile colorways, and I was curious to see how the quality was in real life, so I wanted to pick these up. First things first though, here's a quick look at the box. So this comes in your typical Air Jordan 3 box, which is done in the split style. So on the left side, we have that signature elephant print, and then on the right side, it's done in white with a dark blue colored Jumpman in the middle. So taking a deep dive into the sneaker itself, so the majority of the upper of the shoe, this is crafted using this white leather, which has a nice subtle textured look to it, and this cut of leather in the center is an actual genuine leather. Overlaid on top of this, and surrounding the bottom of the front half of the sneaker, we have the smooth white colored leather overlay, but the leather used here in comparison, it didn't feel nearly as good quality. And then surrounding the front toe cap, of course we have that signature elephant print, and this is pretty thinly cut just like the OGs, which is a look that I really like. Covering the bottom two eyelets, this is done in the circular blue colored TPU, and then the middle three eyelets, this is constructed out of a white colored TPU, and it's surrounded by this perforated synthetic gray colored leather. And then the top two eyelets, this is covered in a dark blue colored TPU again. Beneath this, on the mid panel, you can see more of that lightly tumbled leather, and you can see those natural leather grains across, which is always a good look. And then surrounding the top portion of the ankle collar area, we have what feels like a synthetic navy blue colored leather, and the leather here is also perforated just like the eyelets. And then covering the bottom of the heel, we have another layer of that elephant print once again. Stitched onto the center of the heel, we have your typical Air Jordan 3 heel tab. This is done in white, but we have this dark blue Jumpman Air branding in the middle. As far as laces go, so these only come with one lace option, and they're your standard flat style lace in white. Underneath this, the bottom half of the tongue is covered in that synthetic perforated gray leather, and then the top of the tongue, this is covered in a smooth white leather, and we have a Jumpman logo embroidered in the center in blue. The interior of the shoe is covered in this gray colored liner, and like most Jordan 3s that have released in the last handful of years, the collar of the shoe doesn't feel that padded. As far as the insoles go, so these come with a polyurethane foam insole, but it's lined in this midnight navy color on the top, and then pressed onto the heel we have a white colored Jumpman. So the upper of these Air Jordan 3s, it sits atop your typical polyurethane foam midsole, and this is painted in a mix of white and midnight navy on the top. And then underneath the heel, we have this window exposing the Nike Air technology that's found within this midsole for cushioning. And then finally, turning the pair over to the bottom, nothing special here, this is your typical Air Jordan 3 outsole, and in this case, it's constructed out of a mix of gray, midnight navy, and white colored rubber. We have this circular pivot point on the forefoot, along with Jordan branding running down the center of the heel. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these Jordan 3s. And in terms of sizing, so my foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I almost always go with a size 10 in recent Air Jordan 3s, and getting these in a size 10, they fit me very comfortably. I was watching a wear tester's review on this shoe, and Chris had mentioned that he finds that this pair runs a little bit bigger, kind of like the reimagined Air Jordan 3s. I can kind of see why that's true. For me personally though, going true to size for this shoe was perfectly fine, but maybe if you're kind of in between sizes and you prefer more of a snug fit, you can go a half size down. But to me, trying these on, honestly, it really wasn't that noticeable for me. So if you're the type of person that doesn't really mind a little bit extra room lengthwise, just stick true to size and you should be perfectly fine. But if you're someone that prefers more of that snug, exact one-to-one fit, then you might want to consider going half size down. Moving on to the comfort, so these feel like any other Air Jordan 3, which in my opinion is actually a pretty comfortable everyday sneaker, especially one that debuted back in the late 80s. I don't know what it is about the Air Jordan 3, but it's just very compatible with my feet. It has some level of cushioning and plushness underfoot, but it's still a pretty stable and firm feeling sneaker. But for some reason, I just like the feel of Jordan 3s. I find them to be more comfortable than an Air Jordan 4, for example. So if you're someone that normally likes the Jordan 3s on feet, then you'll love these. If you're someone that doesn't like Jordan 3s on feet, then you'd probably also not like these just the same. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship, so first off, material quality, I thought it was solid. I really like the leather that they use around the middle area of the shoe. This is like a nice genuine leather. But aside from that though, I felt like the rest of the leathers used on the shoe had much more of a synthetic feel. So the smoother leather and this perforated gray leather, along with the navy leather on the collar, this really felt more synthetic. It didn't have those natural leather grains or creases when you run your fingers across it. But for a general release Air Jordan 3, I thought the materials were fine. And from a build and craftsmanship standpoint, it wasn't perfect, but it was solid. I had some small minor issues, like I felt like the paint job wasn't that solid. And the Jumpman Air branding on the heel tab, to me at least, it seemed a little bit crooked. But these are just things I'm kind of nitpicking on. Again, for a general release, mass-produced Air Jordan 3, all things considered, it was decently put together. So with all that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet, I'll lace them up for you, and I'll show you guys how these look. Being that I'm a huge fan of the Air Jordan 3, like I said right in the beginning of this video, I was excited to see how these were in real life. And while I'm not completely wowed, there's definitely some things that they could have improved on. For the most part, this is a solid retro, and it's a colorway that I think looks really clean. If you want just an everyday sort of sneaker, one that you can toss on by the door, and pretty much a shoe that goes with whatever you want to rock, this has got to be a shoe that you got to strongly consider. Jordan 3s are also tanks. For example, I rock my black cement 3s and my white cement 3s. Those are kind of like my daily beaters, and I've worn them for years and years now, and they've stood the test of time throughout snow, rain, mud, whatever it is. So if you don't want to break the bank and pick up just an everyday sort of sneaker, again, this has got to be a really good option. And as of right now, these are still sitting online and in stores, so I can pretty much guarantee that these will eventually make their way on heavy discount. So if you're patient, I'm sure you can grab these for substantially under retail. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this white and midnight navy Air Jordan 3? What are your thoughts on the colorway? What are your thoughts on the overall look of this shoe? Leave your comments down below and let me know your thoughts. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, follow me on X or Twitter at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. Hopefully it helped you in some way as well. And I'll catch you guys all in my next video.